Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. For a start, that's the Rolls-Royce Silver Bullet. They're only making 50 of them, and if you want one, it's $893,000 before you get into the options list. It's essentially a Rolls-Royce Dawn with an aero deck. And the reason why they've done that is because the Dawn is being discontinued. And more interestingly, I think I am responsible for that model car. The reason is, a while ago, ages ago, I sent a polite letter to Rolls-Royce suggesting, wouldn't it be nice if Rolls-Royce made a two-seat roadster car like they did in the 1920s? Well, somebody at Rolls-Royce must have read my letter and got together, and as the Dawn is being phased out, they decided to follow up on my suggestion. So you could essentially say I'm responsible for that car there and the other 49 of them in the world. I don't know if they're all sold out, but it's quite nice, and if I had that kind of money, I'd have one of them myself. Anyway, enough of that. As you know, the divorce rate has been climbing quite steadily all over the Western world as feminism starts to eat into the fabric of marriage and the nuclear family, and women decided that they're better off on their own. There's one area that I've not covered in MGTOWs, seeing how things are, and that's grade divorces, i.e. people that in my generation. So having a look around, there's loads of stuff, but these are some things which are quite relevant that I've found. This, as you can see, is a site called Katie Kuick Media, and this was done on March 22nd last year. Why are so many baby boomers getting divorced right now? And then you scroll down. In April 2021, released by the US Census Department, found that 34.9% of all Americans who got divorced in the previous calendar year were aged 55 or older. And believe it or not, there's more than twice the rate of any age group surveyed. So more Americans in my generation are getting divorced than anyone else. And then it says, why are older people getting divorced now? And then it gives you some reasons. Blah, blah, blah. Empty nest presents the opportunity for a relationship beyond children and can be expedited thanks to social media. Most women use social media and senior dating sites. I didn't even know there was senior dating sites in a landscape utterly different from the one most people in this age group were familiar with the last time they were dating. In other words, American women 55 years and older have looked on all these social media sites and TikTok and all this, that and the other, and they decided they'd be better off on their own, round up if they got fed up with the man that they married. Couples may have discovered divergent interests and that they want to focus on later in life, especially if they have time and money, and they may have had while raising their children. Often the death of one or both parents whom they do not want to disappoint might motivate one party. In other words, they waited till the parents had passed away before they became divorced, and they can now move on with without the family scrutiny from their elders, i.e. their parents. And then the old whipping boy pandemic pushed for divorce. The pandemic forced the older generation to shield themselves from their adult children and grandchildren and immediately halt the social activities and relationships outside their marriage. Many couples had to isolate with just their spouse for extended periods of time, which highlighted their unhappiness or incompatibility. In other words, they're in a house together and they got on each other's nerves. But then all marriages are like that. My parents, mum and dad, used to bicker, but they were happily married for just short of 70 years. And then what baby boomers should consider for divorcing. And then it's just finishing the article off. Now, looking around, I found this. This is a legal site, Bush and Taylor. They're based in, where is it? In the American state of Virginia, Suffolk, Emporia, and Chesapeake Key. Down south in the American southern states. And as you can see, what is grey divorce and why is it on the rise? Now this was done on February the 1st this year. And then we got the reasons why. Grey divorce, lifespans increasing, less taboo views, empty nest, financial struggles and stresses. Studies have shown that couples in experience of financial stress are likely to divorce. They can often be the case with grey divorcees because they're near retirement and worried about money. If a couple is having issues with money, that can lead to more contentious communications or feelings of resentment. Now, I should imagine that the woman is starting to feel resentful. And then the advertisement, what they can do to help you. That's that legal firm. Another legal firm is this lot, Family Law. Now this lot is based in California, in San Francisco, and a place called Walnut Creek. Never heard of it. Now they more or less saying the same thing. Fresh take of millennials. Why are Americans divorcing later in life? I should imagine that because feminism is infecting the marriage, as the wife is to be married for 20, 30 years. She was around when feminism really started to kick in America, and it's stuck in her mind. Baby boomers are more likely to remarry after divorce. No. The guys that have been divorced, on the comment section of the YouTube channels that deal with MGTOW, they say they're never going to marry again. Baby boomers are divorced at constantly higher rate than any other group. Studies show that couples over 50 who remarry are 2.5 times as likely to divorce than those in their first marriage. That I've seen reports on that. If you're divorcee and you get remarried, your marriage probably won't last as long as your first marriage. Older couples experience empty nest syndrome. We've covered that. Many couples struggle to adjust to retired life. That could be the guy's been working for most of his life. Wife is at home, if she's not already working herself. When he retires, they're under the same roof and they get on each other's nerves. No news there. The average American spends 1/3 of their life working, so it's only natural that so many struggle to adjust to unlimited free time together. And as women are getting more economic communities and financial freedom. We've covered this before. But they're not really happy. When baby boomers enter young adulthood, today more women are earning college degrees than men. On what? Females make up half the workforce, allowing females to support themselves without the need to rely on a husband. And then many older couples are socially conditioned to uphold traditional values. Nothing wrong with that. And it's never too late to start living the life you deserve. Now this thing, would be, Now this section is probably aimed at marriage, not marriage, a deaf bugger, at women, in the woman in the marriage. When it comes to your marriage, divorce doesn't discriminate. And then we have the advertisement, skilled divorce attorney can help with grey divorce. Retirement assets, estate planning, wills, plus administration, health and life insurance, long-term medical care. Now that's in America. Over here we're having the same thing. This is a British legal firm. They're part of the Law Society. If you want to go practice law in Britain, you have to become part of the Law Society. That's a given. Our divorce is over 50 on the rise. And apparently in Britain it is. The term grey divorce coined in America. Research published found that 25% of people getting divorced in America are over the age of 50. Over half of the divorces occurring after 20 years of marriage. Why did she wait so damn long to get divorced? Couldn't she get divorced when she was younger? Why would older people get married? And then the same reasons. Now that's America and Britain. Even in Europe, it's happening. This is a Christian Network Europe. Divorce rates spike amongst older couples. Now this is a Swiss news article about it. In Switzerland, the rate of divorce continues to climb among boomers and Generation Xers. Urs Menser, divorce lawyer in the Swiss town of Lucerne, says the increasing number of clients are at retirement age. It is often more vital women in particular who suffer from the fact that nothing works in everyday life. In other words, Swiss women are having the same thing as American women. They think that their life is passing them by. A client who is very fond of hiking showed a photo of her husband dozing in the armchair in front of the television. Well, if he's had a heavy manual job in his working life, his body is just knackered, so that's why he sleeps in his armchair. I've fallen asleep in this chair more than once watching the telly. And said the destitute part can mean more than 60 years for couples who get married in their 30s. This takes a big challenge, and there are 60 today who've been married for decades. You can often see a quarter of a century ahead of you. Well, both my parents were married for short of 70 years, and both my brothers, they both been married for 50 years. And the Dutch Christian government could do more to prevent divorces. Now, what does the number of divorces say about quality of marriages? Let's have a look at that. Number of divorces relatively stable in Denmark. Couple, nothing much there. Let's have a look at that other one. I'll naturally put all the links below, people, so you can read in yourself. Government should do more. Dutch Christian Party, government should do more to prevent divorces. It seems like MGTOW is having a profound effect in Holland, where the Dutch live. Otherwise, they wouldn't be saying that. National authorities should work harder to decrease the number of divorces the Dutch Conservative Party thinks. Therefore, it pleads for more state measures to save relationships, where they can alter the female-friendly family courts for one. The Dutch ones, that is. The party is organising a survey to determine the Dutch public opinion on the matter to get to support for the proposal. In other words, it's a bill for the Dutch Parliament. Interesting. But anyway, and then rose-coloured glasses, blah, 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 and that's it. Now, what's this to do with MGTOW? Well, none of these articles seem to cover is these elderly couple, they've naturally got children, and these children naturally will have children, which means grandchildren will see if it's an acrimonious divorce, the grandparents that they could be very fond of splitting up, and the grandchildren thinking, I ain't going to go down that road, I've seen what's happening. And especially if the parents get divorced and then the grandparents get divorced, that's a double blow to them to want to ever get married. No doubt all the American teenagers and European teenagers heard of MGTOW. So Britain, it's on the rise, and there's legal firms in America which make a living out of it, like this one and this. And so many baby boomers are getting divorced right now, and they're wondering why. Well, the obvious is simple. Feminism has infected the minds of the women, even as far as Sweden, not Sweden, you daft bugger, Switzerland, and the Dutch government as, we can get that back, is starting to get worried. So, well, one of the Dutch political parties, the Dutch Conservative Christian Party, sees the acrimonious state of feminism affecting the nuclear family, and they want to put a stop to it. How it's going to happen, it's anyone's guess, but we've got the baby boomers divorcing like mad, and there's not much the governments can do about it. Anyway, I think I'm on the 10-minute mark now, probably past it now, so I'll wrap it up. Alright people, you know the routine, like, dislike, etc. Until next Monday, I'll see if I can find some more on this, or it'll be some other branch of MGTOW. But for now, that's it for now. Bye bye.